Firstly, thanks for everyone for being here today. This obviously isn't how I imagined my playing career would come to an end, but after receiving medical advice and speaking with a specialist, it's become clear it's no longer safe for me to continue playing rugby league. It's been incredibly difficult to come to terms with, but my health and my family's future has to come first. I wanted to speak to the playing group yesterday before making anything public because they deserve to hear it from me and understand why I've made this decision. As tough as today is, I don't want it to be a sad day. I want it to be a celebration of what rugby league has given me. If you told me as a young kid growing up in Bowen that he'd play more than 150 NRL games, win a premiership and spend his career surrounded by incredible people, I would never have believed you. I'm incredibly grateful. There are so many people I'd like to thank. Firstly, to the late Paul Green and the North Queensland Cowboys. Greeny gave me the opportunity to fulfil my lifelong dream by making my NRL debut. I'll always be grateful that he had the belief in me. To the Brisbane Broncos, thank you for bringing me to the club in 2022. To Kevy, thank you for backing me and giving me the opportunity to come here. Looking back at it now, it's changed my career. To Madge, Dave, Tomo and everyone at the Broncos, thank you for helping me grow not only as a footballer, but as a person and as a leader. Winning a premiership together last year is something I'll cherish forever, but what I value just as much are the relationships and the person you've helped me become. To our members and fans, thank you. The support you've shown this club and this team has been incredible. Week after week, you fill Suncorp Stadium and you create an atmosphere every player dreams of running out into. We feel your support more than you probably realise. So thank you for everything you've given me over the past couple of years. To my manager, Cole, you've been with me since I was 16 years old. From a kid playing footy up in Townsville, you've been there every step of the journey. From dreaming about playing one NRL game to achieving more than I ever imagined. This is probably the hardest one. To my teammates, I've watched so many of you grow from young blokes walking into the club straight out of school into husbands, fathers and genuine leaders. It's probably what I'm proud of most. I've never chased individual recognition. What I've loved most is being part of a team, seeing people grow and knowing that maybe in some way I may have contributed. The memories we've created together will stay with me forever, but more importantly, so will the friendships. To Mum, Dad, my brothers and sister, thank you for every sacrifice you've made, every early morning, every long drive to training, every carnival, and every game you gave me the opportunity to chase my dream, and I'll never be able to thank you enough. Finally, to my wife Shannon, thank you. You've been beside me from the very beginning. You've ridden every high and every low, made countless sacrifices, and never once complained. People see the player, but they don't always see what partners give up behind the scenes. You've always been there, whether it was travelling to games, picking me up after tough losses, or celebrating the good moments. I honestly wouldn't be standing here today without you. Thank you for believing in me, supporting me, and loving me through every part of this journey. Thank you. I leave this game with absolutely no regrets. I've gave everything, every time I've pulled on a jersey, and I couldn't be prouder of the career I've been lucky enough to have. So thank you. I was obviously hopeful. I didn't know. I obviously knew how serious the injury and that I sustained, but there was also always hope that I was able to push on next year, and I gave myself every opportunity, and I continued to train in the way that I wanted to, and in the hope that I was able to get out and play. As I said before, like my teammates is what I play for and what I go out there and try and I guess that's why I play the game, is to do stuff with them, and I wanted to give myself every opportunity to be able to do that next year, and unfortunately, from, like Tomo said, from a vast range of medical advice, not just here but internationally, it just wouldn't be safe to do so. And for me, I feel I owe it to my family in that if I made the decision to continue playing with the amount of risks that's involved in it and something was to happen, then I wouldn't be able to live with myself and I'd be letting them down too. So as much as I was hopeful, I feel like this is the right thing.
So what does it mean moving forward for you want blood thinners for the rest of your life, or what does that look like?
Yeah, so basically the advice from the specialist is I have to be on blood thinners for the rest of my life. We try to work around different ways in which I might be able to come on and off blood thinners, but because of the risk associated with getting pretty bad knocks, and you can cause internal bleeding, and the results can obviously be pretty devastating. There was tossed up whether I come off blood thinners completely for 12 months and see how that goes, but because I've had 2 blood clots in the past 12 months, the likelihood again of it coming back were pretty high. I guess the fact that the second one, they class it as an unresolved blood clot, so they have no idea where it's come from. And the fact that it formed straight into my lungs is pretty severe. And I guess we went down every single avenue we could to try and find a way for me to be able to return to playing, and it just wasn't viable.
All the boys here disappointed today. What have their support been over this period?
Oh, you're seeing it in my speech. Like, as soon as I talk about them, that's when I get real emotional. I said before, like, I've seen so many of the guys grow, not just as footy players, but as men. Ezzy here, for an example, my first pre-season here, he just come out of school, and like to see how much he's grown over the period of time. And he's just one example. There's been countless number of them. And if I could leave one thing, it's if I played a part in some of their lives, not just as footballers, but as men, then that's what I hold most dearly. So yeah, to see their support here means a lot. And again, that's why I said that's what I do. That's why I play.
Knowing that you've given everything, every inch for your whole career, is that something now that you take with you for the rest of your life?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't think it's still pretty raw. I guess the details of not being able to play again. Obviously, I've had the past 6 months where the unknown's probably been the biggest uncertainty, and you sort of have, I don't know, you have thoughts about if I'd never play again or if I can play again. But I guess in due time, I'll look back at it and see, obviously, the career that I've been able to achieve. And like I said before, coming from a small country town to achieve what I have is pretty insane when I think about it. But I guess, yeah, in due time, I'll definitely look back and reflect back on what I was able to achieve, and I know it'd be pretty special.
There's a lot of people that played big, long careers that never won a premiership. You've done that. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is. And again, all of us here are obviously very competitive people. That's why you play the game, and to be able to do it at such a great club, at a club where I've got a lot of mates. Like I said, this group here has been together for the past 5 or 6 years, and we obviously didn't get the result in 23, but to be able to get one there last year, and to celebrate it with them, and to obviously achieve the ultimate in the game was pretty special.